Hey YouTube Nation, how you doing? Joe Tomei with Shorewest Realtors again in Milwaukee, Wisconsin area, really working the southern part of Milwaukee County and the suburban communities surrounding that to the south and the west. Waukesha, New Berlin, Greendale, Greenfield, Oak Creek, places like that. If you like any of my videos, like everybody else says on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Helps me get the word out. And really, I'm trying to do two things: educate people and help people out that are trying to buy homes. It's harder than ever to buy a home. I bought my first house in 1990. I've been a real estate professional, not always a broker, but a real estate professional working in different industries within real estate ever since then. And I can't think of a time with higher prices, interest rates, more complexity to loan programs, the the job market these days. It's later May 2025 as I film this, and trying to do a few different videos on inspections and the nature of inspections when you're buying a house. Because it's obviously, if you buy a car, you test drive a car, right? And if you buy a house, and if you are not a contracting professional yourself, you should have your home inspected. Home inspection is a very typical contingency that's inside there. Very often in a competitive environment, they get waived, but not always. I always encourage people to do them unless they know so much about buildings and construction and everything else that they can do it themselves. So in any case, the question I had today is, what's the difference between inspection and testing? Essentially, an inspection, you hire an inspector, he comes in, and pretty much anything that he can see with his eyes and a flashlight is, for the most part, what he's going to do. They might put a sensor probe in a furnace to check for carbon monoxide, things like that. But by and large, that's the limit of what they're doing. Testing is testing for something. So, for example, if you thought there was asbestos on some old furnace piping, scraping it off and having it tested for asbestos. And an inspector might be able to do that. They might be licensed to do that, or they might not. You never know. You have to ask. But it requires, in that case, a little bit of destructive analysis. Another one that comes up pretty frequently is radon and doing a radon test. There's no destructive analysis in that. There's these little containers that you put out for a few days, and it samples the air in the home and see if there's a radon buildup. Things like that. Well water testing if you're out in the country, and things of that nature. So inspections are very broad-based. They're going to inspect the whole house. For example, where testing is very narrow. It's one thing. It's asbestos, it's radon, it's well water, whatever else you might be thinking about. Those are really the main two differences between the two. So in any case, if you have any questions about this, you know how to hit me up. All my information is down below. Give me a call. I'm working with people all the time to sell their homes, particularly older people, selling the family home. There are extra complicated transactions, and I have some videos on that too, but I'm always happy to talk. So you have a wonderful day, and eventually this rain in the Milwaukee area is going to stop, and it'll warm up, and we'll have a beautiful summer. Take it easy.